Hello and welcome to our unboxing of the new Kazam Trroper X4.5 smartphone. Now, Kazam might not be a name you're familiar with, probably not familiar with, and there's a good reason for that. It's because they're a brand new manufacturer. Now, Kazam themselves, even if you don't know who they are, we have featured them on the blog, the Clove blog, over the last month or so, and one post in particular explains who the top guys, so to speak, at Kazam are and their history. And Kazam themselves, the top brass, the people running the show there at Kazam, have been involved in the mobile industry for many years, either in sales or in distribution. Some of them have worked for some of the big name manufacturers and distribution companies around Europe. These guys really know what they're doing. And the big selling point for the Kazam phones, aside from their price, which I'll get to in a minute, is their customer service and what they're trying to do in the industry. They've got an idea that they really want to change the way that people interact with their phones when things go wrong. We've all been there, we've all had a phone that's gone wrong, or perhaps we've even damaged it ourselves, and it can be quite difficult and frustrating to get things to go our way when that happens. And the idea with Kazam is that they are much more in tune with the customer when it comes to issues with their devices. For instance, all Kazam phones come with a free screen replacement if they're damaged. So if you drop your phone and you break the screen, this Kazam Trroper X4.5 right here, if you drop and break that screen, Kazam will replace it for you. As far as I'm aware, you only get the one replacement, but that's still better than every other manufacturer out there. And the other big thing is the price. They're very cheap for what they are. Now, you're not going to be getting super high level specifications with a Kazam phone. There's no specs on the back, I'll run through them in a minute. They are specialising in entry level and mid-range phones, capitalising now on the fact that hardware is a lot cheaper than it was even a year and a half to 2 years ago. So this 4.5 is actually not their cheapest phone, not their lowest range phone. It's their mid-range phone out of the three handsets we've got for sale currently on the Clove website. And that it is for sale though for only £91 plus VAT. So very cheap price. Now, taking a quick look at the internals of the box quickly before we get to the phone itself, you've got a standard set of accessories in there: micro USB data cable, a 1 amp charging block, a pair of earphones, and a quick start guide and warranty information all down there. And there's a bag for the battery. I've already put the battery in this phone. So it's got a separate battery. They're not sealed units. So again, they're aware that a lot of consumers aren't happy with the fact that a lot of phones are going to sealed units. So the batteries are separate, and you will be able to get hold of separate batteries for them. Again, that's a customer service thing for Kazam's point of view. If your phone goes wrong, they want to be able to sort it out quickly for you. So even if that involves you buying a new battery or getting a new battery sent out, that can happen. Now, the device itself, in the hand, quite basic, quite unassuming, very much like the Moto G that Motorola released recently. It's the same kind of size, it's the same kind of weight in the hand, and very much feels and looks just like it. And the removable back cover, not interchangeable colours unfortunately like the Moto G, but still removable back cover. And there is the battery. This X4.5 comes with a 1750 milliamp hour battery. There we go, 1750 written on there. Not a massive amount of juice, but that'll definitely keep you going for a full day. This doesn't drain a huge amount of power unlike some other phones. And something else to look at, we have dual SIM capabilities. That is with all Kazam phones. So all phones in the Kazam range, you can have 2 SIMs. Oddly enough though, one SIM is a micro SIM and one is a full-size standard SIM. Might be a little confusing at first, but dual SIM capabilities nonetheless, and expandable storage and a micro SD card. So you're really getting your money's worth in terms of connectivity. Could also make great travel phones for business users. If you're not perhaps willing to take your main device with you on a short trip. A second backup phone here with a second SIM slot, very good. And international travellers just generally hopping around, might enjoy that as well. Now, the main camera is 5 megapixels, nothing fancy there. That's the same kind of 5 megapixel camera module that you'll find in other low to mid-range phones. Nothing's fancy on the camera, but still there nonetheless, gets the job done. Software wise, we have Android 4.2 Jelly Bean, so almost bang up to date. We're not running 2.3 or 4.0, we're running a much newer version, so it's 4.2, and that's got Project Butter on it as well, so quite up to date in terms of the software. There's almost no tweaks. It's pretty much a stock experience when you're actually here in with the device. A couple of little additions. There's a backup and restore application, which requires external storage. I've not tried that before, so I need an SD card in there. There is a file manager installed out of the box. It's quite nice to see that. Not a lot of manufacturers provide that. And a flashlight app, which will use the LED flash on the back of the phone. Storage, as you can see here, available storage out of the box with nothing else installed, 1.27 gigs. So you're not getting a huge amount of installed space. It's 4 gig capacity with just over 2 gigs taken up with the software, though that expandable storage is available. So there we are. I mean, it's quite a basic phone, but when you look at the price tag, as I say, £91 plus VAT, that really is quite remarkable that you can get a phone with a 4.5-inch screen, dual SIM capabilities, free screen replacements, and very up-to-date, and with it customer support from Kazam as well. They're available now from the Clove site. They can place your orders over Christmas and in the new year. There is also a 5-inch model and a 4-inch model as well. So this is the middle handset of the two. Obviously, the smaller and larger are cheaper and more expensive, respectively. All three come in with pretty much the same specifications. It's just the screen size that is really different between the lot, but all the same specifications and all the same support with all three Kazam phones. There we are. Thanks for watching.